All praise, honor, glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to the occupants out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. It's going to be a really quick video. Um, you know, this is off of the brother Arrows of Indignation 144. It says, "Hey YNs, this message is for you. Since you like sliding, Esau gonna slide your ass in a war in Iran, right? So, you have a lot of people out here. This is the new topic of the day. You have a lot of people out here that says, yeah, they're not gonna do this to me. Yeah, they're not gonna do that to me. This, that, and the other. I remember a few years ago, I had somebody, get on my comment board and say, yeah, man, they ain't putting no microchip in me. They ain't doing that. They ain't doing this, that, and the third. And it's the same. These are the same people that sat up there and said, well, yeah, man, I ain't taking no vaccine, man. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. You tend to have a lot of that. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. They can't do this. They can't do that. When hell breaks loose, it's no telling what the hell you want to do. All right. It goes so deep as to, we do these lessons in these videos. We go out there on the highways and on the hedges and we say this stuff, right? We say this stuff and we say hell is coming. And we say, this is why we always say, by the Lord's will, we do not submit to that stuff. Before pre-COVID, right? Before COVID, we talked about shutdowns coming. We talked about all this stuff, and while we still were looking forward to it, it still shocked a lot of people. It still shocked a lot of brothers. It kind of stirred up my spirit, and I'm not going to sit up there and lie to you, man. We ain't Superman out here. I ain't going to sit up there and lie to you. That shook my spirit up, and ever since then, I think I've been more on fire than any other time, man. I'm not even going to lie to you. See, the Lord has a way of showing you a little bit of His power, and that wasn't even a little bit is a serious understatement, man. You know what I mean? That wasn't even a percentage of His power of the stuff that's getting ready to come down the wire. That stuff that happened with COVID. You know what I mean? But it's just to show you that, yeah, you say this, but I'm going to show you. You say this, but I'm going to show you. You teach this, but I'm getting ready to show you. And I'm telling you right now, and if y'all don't know, I'm telling you right now, it is a completely different spirit. I mean, it's a completely different feeling from saying it and living it. And we're telling you right now that these times that's getting ready to come down the wire, man. These times, boy, these are times that at least this generation never really felt like that, right? And the time that we coming upon right now is a time that no generation felt before. To be honest, the scriptures say that a time like no other since the very creation of the earth, and we're pretty much in those times now. This in 2026, the world is more polluted. People are more polluted. People are more demonic than any other time on the face of the planet. Right? So right now, we're pretty much in times like never before since the very creation of this earth, man. Right? So you got a lot of people out there saying, yeah, I'm not going to do this, man. I'm not going to do that. I'm like, man, y'all the same people that say y'all ain't going to take no vaccines and look at you. We got a neighbor. We got a neighbor before he took the vaccine. I think a week or two later, we talked to him and he's like, yeah, man. They kind of scared me, man. He said it just like that. He's like, yeah, they kind of scared me. But prior to that, he was all against it. Like he was so convincing that you would think that, yeah, he got it. Nope. So the thing is, it's easy for everybody to do a bunch of talking. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm getting into with this video. It's easy for a lot of y'all to do a bunch of talking. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take I'm not going to take no microchip. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. That's all. That's all right. Everybody's brave right now, man. And that's the woman's problem. That's why women can get away with a lot of this stuff, because they got 911. See, they can say a lot of this stuff. You know, the ratchet stuff that they be saying. I just looked at a couple videos and they said, yeah, the only way in a relationship is beating a man. But if I sat up there and did a video is the only way in a relationship is beating a woman, I'd be canceled, man. And Lord knows, don't let my coworkers find out. I'll lose my damn job. But she gets to keep everything. But again, it's only but so much we could tell you women, you men, and whoever else, because total fear hasn't hit this planet yet. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this scripture real quick, and I'm going to close up. It's Isaiah 33:6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the fear and the strength of salvation." It says, "The fear of the Lord is his treasure." Let me get this in another translation real quick. All right, just to get you in a little bit of a clear understanding. There's a self-explanatory scripture. It says, "He will be sure." It's like he will be the sure foundation of your times, a rich store of salvation and wisdom and knowledge. The fear of the Lord is the key to this treasure. There we go. That's a pretty self-explanatory scripture. So the only way you're getting through this, it says, in that day, he will be your foundation. There we go. He will be your sure foundation, Salaki, so guaranteed. Providing a rich store of salvation, wisdom, and knowledge. The fear of the Lord will be your treasure. There we go. So it's very self-explanatory scripture. Look, the fear, the wisdom, and knowledge is going to be the stability. You're going to be stable in those times. All the other stuff, I ain't going to do this, I ain't going to do that, man. Only the fear of the Lord is going to be your treasure. That's the only way you're going to be able to escape these things, man. Right? Or, should I say, live through these things. All right? So giving all praise, honor, glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, Shalom.